Hi everyone, it's Cheryl, and I'm here with a project I actually did today. Wow. Lately I've been sharing just all the awesome ATCs I've been getting, and I thought it was about time to share something. So what I'm going to share here is a junk journal I've made, and it's probably a little more journal than junk journal because I've left a lot of room in here for journaling. But what I was doing was I was trying to use up a bunch of scraps I had. So that's what this is about. So it's kind of a mishmash of everything and no particular theme or anything like that. But, sometimes those are just fun to do. Just, see what you can come up with out of the scraps you have left and pieces that, you just don't know what else you're going to use them for. The journal itself is made from an old book. The covering here, I'll hold it up, has little instruments on it, and that was from a pack of those tissues that you can buy. And then the picture on the front, this journal got kind of dark. I didn't mean for it to, but it kind of came out that way. I found this picture in a story in a Reader's Digest condensed book, and I just thought that was kind of cool because I kind of went for that vintage look with this. So that's what's going on there. I did not embellish this one a lot. I have 3 flat back pearls down here in a silver color, gray. And I've basically left it pretty much plain. There's plenty of room, if whoever gets it wants to add their own embellishments or want to add, whatever the theme, whatever their, maybe it's memories or, whatever they're going to be journaling about and stuff in here. And for the spine, I used it's like a flocked paper, but this is really old and it's kind of worn and the flocking's kind of worn off of it, and I thought that just really added to this vintage look, so I went ahead and used that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get in camera here. I moved the camera up higher thinking it would help and still having problems. It's just stitched in by hand. Up here I've put some seam bindings in blue and black and gray, and down here a couple of my handmade paper beads that I made. So just using up scraps of what I have around. The back is just plain, of course, and then I just signed it down here in the corner like I always do. So let's get it the right way. It closes with just a piece of the blue seam binding here, and this is vintage seam binding. I wish I could find some more of it. I'm running low. Anyway, the book measures, oops, I always get my ruler the wrong way, about 5.5 wide by 8 3/4 long, and the spine of the book is right about 2 inches, and there are 4 signatures in this book. There, I think you can see most of it. So anyway, let's go inside, and the ribbon is just held on through eyelets that I put in the front and the back. Okay, so here's page 1. And this was just a scrap of that old, oh my gosh, I gotta get over here, I gotta move some stuff. I have no room. This was just a scrap of the sheet music that I had bought. And I left the inside covers of the book, this green paper, because I thought it was just so pretty. And here I've used washi tape, little spoon and fork washi tape around the edge. The flower, I believe, is Recollections from Michael's, I think. And then I just made a big tag to go in there, and I just put journaling on one side, and they can write on the back, or they can do their, this book offers a lot where you could put in your own, if you like to stamp or whatever, and you got stamps you want to use. There's a lot of room for that. I think I'll just keep this out. This is a flower out of the French Country set by Graphic 45. I have a few of those papers, and then just scrapbook paper I'm trying to use up. Tim Holtz stamps on that one. Had a little problem there, but it's vintage. Some onion skin paper. Some more paper, I believe that's Color Kurtz. This is a tag. I was trying out some new Glimmer Mist sprays that I had gotten, so that's what that's all about. And I'm just going to kind of just thumb through this because I don't really need to explain everything to you guys. You guys are crafters, you know. So we'll just go, and some of my corners have punches, and I didn't get them punched just right, and I thought, well, I'll throw them in here. This really is just a whatever happens type journal, you know, whatever I happen to grab, whatever I happen to use up. So, but it's big, and like I said, I've left a lot of room for writing in here. Oops, oh, I gotta get further that way. That bottle in the way. There we go, that's better. On this one, I was bending a doily, and these are old doilies. They're kind of, I don't know, they feel like they're coated with something. And when I went to cut it, or when I went to fold it and stuff, it ripped. And so I just cut the middle out and thought, well, you know, photo frame, Reader's Digest condensed book, tag. And I made, this is from a fortune cookie here. Ribbon spool, the end of one of those, Paper Studio ones. Pocket out of a dictionary page, and just some scrapbooking paper. Oh, and a large playing card is what I used for that one. So I thought that was kind of neat. Envelope, little piece of ephemera in there. Closes by tucking under the stamp. This was also out of a Reader's Digest condensed book, the same one, and then I just made a big tag in here with a to-do list on it. That just flips out like so, held in with washi tape. Some more of my Glimmer Mist spray here. Pocket. And then I put a bunch of little inspirational quotes throughout this one also. The coffee, most of the paper has been coffee dyed and baked, although I did not do that on the scrapbooking paper itself. More Graphic 45 tuck. This is out of, I believe it's Keller Kurtz and Company, as well as the paper. More French Country here. Little paper. This was the outside of a large die that I have, and so I just cut it out and thought, you know, stick it in there, make a frame out of it, whatever. I get tired of throwing all this stuff away, and sometimes I think they make kind of neat photo frames, so that's why I did that. These are pages out of an old Mennonite hymnal, which was not in good shape anymore, and so I just cut them off and used them. Pocket with some stamping. Oh no, this is part of an envelope, but the stamping didn't go right. Valentino printout from some other project that didn't go exactly like I wanted it to. An embossed peacock that I was going to use on a project and didn't, so I made a pocket out of that. One of the Tim Holtz little frames, and just stick a picture down in there. This is Ernest Hemingway tea, and we get it at World Market in Sioux Falls. My brother likes it, so, and it's like you get 2 packages for 99 cents, and then you get this cool little box that comes in. So I had to use that. A lot of these pages I didn't stamp or anything. I just left them blank. Like I said, this is more for journaling. The other side of the envelope. The other side of the hymnal page. Bad stamping experience there, so I made a little pocket out of it. Stuck it on, it just flips out. These are some little stickers, and the ladies come in their underwear, and then you dress them, and you can use all these little accessories on them. This is out of a book called The Coffee Book, and I use it a lot. And I just cut this out and made a tuck spot out of it. Or I think it's The Story of Coffee or something like that's what the little book is called. A Rolodex card. This is just a piece of dictionary paper Mod Podged onto a piece of the onion skin. And you know, sitting here looking at this, it quite resembles glassine when you get the Mod Podge on it if you use the shiny stuff. It's kind of cool. Have to keep that in mind. Piece of my faux marble I make, along with a piece of the French Country and another of the Recollections flowers. This is just an inventory tag. I believe I got that on Tuesday morning. The Keller Kurtz and Company stamp, which I wanted forever. They finally had it on clearance at Hobby Lobby, so I grabbed it. And this is part of the Graphic 45 June. It's a postcard with some flowers on it. Tuck that in there because I know what else to do with it. Just a piece of note paper there. This is a Beethoven stamp, but due to the texture on the envelope, it didn't stamp right. This was also from something else I was doing, and it turned out the wrong size when I ran it through the printer, so I used that in there. More Rolodex cards. This is a page out of a children's book, and I just thought it was really cool. This little girl on the streets of New York. And that's just a flip out with a large tag inside. I don't know if you can see all of this. I'm sorry if I get out of camera. This is that big die cut that I used the frame for, and this one I just put on and made a pocket out of it, and then I had this old Valentine ephemera, and I'm not too big on clowns, so I thought, you know, and this guy is dressed kind of like a clown, so I thought, okay, that can go in here. Oh, excuse me, the weather is so horrible here. Cold, wet, rainy, ugh. This is a little, I believe it's celebrated bag from Michaels, and then I just stamped on that. This is a greeting card, and I thought it was so cool looking. It's got the crane and a couple little rabbits and stuff. I just thought it was so neat. Very oriental. Just some little ephemera cards. What says what? The little stamps you see throughout this. I bought a sticker sheet at Tuesday morning, and it was all full of old Italian stamps, and I thought that was pretty cool. There's where. These are just tuck spots, all of them. Library packet. I think that was Tuesday morning also, with card inside. And then just some more stamping. Here it's like when you order at a restaurant where they take your orders on. I believe that's parchment that I baked the coffee dyed papers on. Here's the word who. Oh, I can't even turn pages. It's been one of those days at work today. I received 3 awesome compliments, and then everything else was nothing but problems. There's just the word sweet off a piece of paper, more of the parchment. This is an envelope with this is die cuts with a view that I got at Michael's a couple years back. Some more stamping. This is from the Graphic 45 French Front Country. It's a little bee. I love that one. More blank pages, more Kellerturks paper. Like I said, I really left a lot of room to journal in this one. Just a security envelope folded inside out. I saw somebody do this. I can't remember who it was, and I thought, you know what, the designs on the inside of the security envelopes are really neat. So I took it apart, flipped it inside out, and am now using the back side on a lot of them, and then just a tag with stamp for the New York Central. I think that's I don't remember if that's a Tim Holtz one or Seven Gypsies. That's a neat stamp. And then this is the other side of that card, and I just stamped Think Happy, Be Happy. Like I said, this one's full of a lot of little inspirational quotes. And then we're at the end already. I flipped through the signatures, and we are at the end, and just some more of that vintage sheet music that I had bought, and another tag just like the one on the front. Very plain, very simple, very no nonsense, but a great place to journal because there's a lot of room for that. Plus the little spots to tuck in a few little extras and special things. So that's basically it. It's very plain, very simple on this one. I even outdid myself, I think, on the plain and simple. So anyway, I will probably be listing this and some others in my Etsy shop as I get them going. I'm working on some more right now and trying to come up with some really neat ones, some smaller ones that, you know, are just maybe one signature, that kind of stuff. Love doing the big ones. I've got some themed paper that I want to use really bad, and so I will probably be doing some more of these soon. I've got a bunch of swaps I need to get going on too, because sorry all you people in the swaps, I'm just now getting started, but I promise you I will probably have them all done and mailed out by next week, so they should still get there in plenty of time. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me, and have a good night. Bye-bye.